Now, all of us, when you're only a one-trick guy or gal, think, was I lucky? Now, I've done it so many times, I know I wasn't lucky. I might have been lucky the first time, but I haven't been lucky the 15, 20, 40, 50, I know that.
Okay.
But maybe I was lucky the first time. But my life changed when I was pretty much a haphazard kid, got in a lot of trouble. When I was in the grammar school, I tried to kill my teacher, and I've been arrested and in jail 5, 6 times. I did awful things, got in fights, beat up people, hurt people. Well, I learned that discipline, focus, honesty.
The basic rules.
Yep. I didn't know how much $1 million was, except for about that same time frame. One of the other young officers inherited $1.4 million, and he was buying all the officers' drinks in the officers' club. And I said, well, why is John buying us all drinks? He says, he just inherited $1 million. And I said, write it down for me. I'm 22 years old. And they put it with the zeros. I go, I didn't know how many zeros $1 million had. Bill Gates slept in the office. Steve Jobs slept in the office. And I can go down a whole list. Now, these are super successful, mega wealthy guys. I slept in my office. Not everybody's willing to make that sacrifice.
Yeah, man, I just started crying. I said, man, I can't take this no more. I'm finna quit. I'm gonna go call my daddy, just ask him, can I come home, man? I can't do this no more. So before I called him, I called the answer machine, and I got a message. And it said, Steve Harvey, this is Chuck Sutton from Showtime at the Apollo. We saw a tape of you. If you would come to New York Sunday night, this was a Thursday, come to Sunday night, we're gonna put you on TV, Showtime at the Apollo. Put me on TV, that was my dream.
That Bill Gates read 23 books on a holiday. I'm like, maybe I need to read. Maybe I need to read one book. Average American reads one book a year. Come on, man. If you read one book a month, you tell me between now and this time, your life wouldn't get better. A bad book is better than no book. Big think, taking risk. I need to get around people that are taking risk with money. There you go. Okay? Negotiating and closing deals, collaborating in partnerships. These things have changed my life. I want to show you what I've discovered here in the last 30 years of my career, okay? But most importantly, the last 8 years. My last 8 years have dwarfed everything I did the 22 years before. You guys all got figured out how to celebrate failing. Everybody's like, oh yeah, man, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Oh, let me tell you about how messed up I am, man. This happened to me, and that happened to me, and this happened to me, and that happened to me, and everybody's like, oh, me too. It's me too, man. Me too, man. Be grateful. Be grateful for what, dude? I got a drug problem. I'm out of money. I'm in debt. Nobody likes me. I hate myself. Be grateful for what? Be grateful you're alive. Be grateful. About time I get disappointed. It's about time I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? You cannot contribute to this planet if you're messed up.
Nobody's failed at more things than I have. And the first 100 million are successes, but I could write a book about failures. I mean, because I've tried a lot of different things. Because failure is just testing. And one of the reasons I've been so successful in generating this equity and value in my kids, and I call you all kids, is because I convince them that making a mistake is okay.
Well, I grew up in the place probably that's one of the harder places to come from to win. I always say this because I think if you grow up really wealthy, then you kind of have access to stuff. You sort of model successful behavior. There's some downsides. Maybe you grow up a little softer or whatever, right? If you grow up really poor, I think you know what you don't want, right? There can be some inherent advantages to that. I come from like middle to lower middle class, probably middle class, I guess. And so I think sometimes that's the more difficult place to go through because it wasn't unbelievably uncomfortable growing up, but there weren't all these examples of mega success either. And so, you know, like they say, you know, good is the enemy of great, right? Good is the enemy of maxing out too, right? And so the same is true for me.
In 3 years, I doubled my MBA income in the marketplace. You hearing what I'm saying? And I've never had a real job, but I got a mindset. Lesson number 1. For you to get to that next level, here's what you need: information. You need to get information. No offense, I don't even watch TV. CNN don't pay my bills. Power don't pay my bills. But I don't watch TV. Why? It's unproductive in my opinion. I get 24 hours a day just like Bill Gates. I get 24 hours a day just like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You get 24 hours a day, ladies and gentlemen. What do you do with your 24 hours? You need to get more information. In our coaching program, all we do is drop content nonstop.
Making foolish decisions. That first money, it's really hard to keep. You know, I'm just a young guy, 31, 32 years old. But sure enough, I fell for some of the temptations. You know somebody's going to be parted with their money before long when they say, like I did, how many colors does it come in, right? You know, I'll buy them all. You know, that kind of sort of recklessness. And then making some unwise business decisions. Company wanted to borrow some money, $250,000. The bank said, well, if Mr. Rohn will sign personally, we'll let you have the money. And I knew they could pay it back, so I signed, so I'm the hero.
The people that win in life don't necessarily have more vision than you. See, it's not a lack of vision always that means that you are going to lose. It's a lack of a type of vision, which is depth perception. You think you're further away from the outcome, and so you pace yourself like it, and you jog all the time throughout your life. The people that win may have a bigger vision, but they have accurate depth perception. They understand how close their goals are, how close their outcome is, and they're constantly in a sprint to get there throughout their day.
The penny saved is the penny earned. My mama saved pennies, saved them. We had drawers of pennies and nickels and dimes. 20 things that changed my life: handling fear and rejection, believing in myself, believing I should have money, believing I should have assets, believing I should have wealth, recovering from losses. Is that important? Hey, avoiding them and recovering when you have them. Spirituality and enlightenment. Number one most important thing in my life is my personal spiritual development. I changed at 25 years old when I walked in a room like this and saw people interested in improvement, enhancement, empowerment.
I don't care how dark it looked for you. I don't care what they done said to you. I don't care what the verdict is. I don't care what the haters say. It ain't over. No matter what happens to you, it ain't over. Ain't no such a thing as over. Do you know, man, that you can actually mess your life completely up? You can jack it all the way up, and you can turn around and get it right. Now, whatever you've been through, whatever that is, guess what? You still here. You have a great life in front of you. But your great life is in front of you. It's not behind you. Pull yourself together and quit tripping, because you in the process. God is processing you. He ain't through with you. If he was through with you, you would not wake up in the morning.
Guy in the 9-to-5 who's trying to escape. You're not going to escape if you don't understand the landscape, right? You can't win the chess game unless you understand the chess board.
Your parents probably told you, you can be anything you want, but you can't. That's horse. You can't. If it's all juxtaposed. So, but what you tell them is that you can do anything you want that you have passion for, because that eliminates most of the crap. Because most people don't follow their dream. You know, like they say in The Sound of Music, you can't have a dream come true unless you have a dream. Now, I still dream. I dream in Technicolor. I say my affirmations and goals every single night. It's bloody hard to be a high-performance person.
I'm gonna show you how to become a millionaire. All you need is to have one thing that you can get $10 for. I don't care if it's cutting hair, cutting grass, painting, babysitting. Just get somebody to give you $10. All I want you to do is do it and get $10. I want you to do it 10 more times. You're gonna have $1,000. Here's the trick of tricks. Once you make $100,000, you're gonna have to hire a few people. Same thing you did to make the $100,000. I just want you to do it 10 more times. Congratulations.
Don't go broke trying to look rich. That's one thing everybody's doing right now. They're going broke trying to look rich. So here's what I am. I don't care where you put the money. You know, there's guys out there saying it should be real estate, should be the stock market. If you don't save money when you're broke, this is the thing no one's telling you. If you don't save money when you're broke, I'm talking about $10 a month, $20 a month. The crazy belief system in the world is that you will save it once you make more. If you have a habit of spending, you will spend more when you make more, because you either are a spender or you are a saver.
The average. I'm not going to be average and ordinary. I'm not going to live an ordinary life. I want to do something great. I was born to be special. I was born to do something awesome with my life. that takes guts, man. That takes courage. So
The best advice. How did you do it?
The best advice is find something you love, find something that can change 1 billion lives. Zuckerberg is a classic example. He changed more than 1 billion lives.
Added value.
Correct. Added value change, you make 1 billion lives better, potentially. You may not get to 1 billion people, but potentially you can make 1 billion lives better, and the odds have just gone geometrically up for you to become a billionaire. And if not a billionaire, a whole bunch of money. It's the same advice that I give and the best advice that I got. Just do it.